Are you looking for affordable land in Tennessee? Today I'm going to share our latest 0.45 acres in Claiborne County that does come with owner financing. So here's the agenda for today. First, I'm going to cover all the details you need to know about this property, including what you can use it for, flood zone, wetlands, all of that. And then I'll go into our owner financing terms, how to buy, and end with our free land giveaway. All right. So to start, you can find this property and all of our properties at land.gokept.com. Now, I will say I'm not a real estate agent. My company actually owns all the properties that we sell, and that's why we're able to offer owner financing on all of our lots, including this one. And again, I'll cover the owner financing terms in a little bit, but first I do want to go over like some of the concrete practical details of this property so you can determine whether it'll work for you or not. All right, but I should note that on our main listing page, you'll see that we have about 104 properties available right now. We do have properties throughout the entire US, so you can take a look at some of our other properties in other states. But of course, today we're looking at this property here in Tennessee. It's in northeastern Tennessee. And if you scroll down, the property today is number 582. It's the property on Robin Drive in Claiborne County. So I do want to say this number, 582, it is our internal numbering system. This has come up before. So don't use this number if you're calling the county to look up the property, and don't expect to see it in the deed. It's just our internal numbering system. But if you do want to find the property on our website, it is number 582, Claiborne lot. All right. So let's pull up the main listing page to look at the property in a little more detail. So this is just under half an acre. It's 0.45 acres. And again, we're in northeastern Tennessee and in the town of New Tazewell, actually. But we are just north. Hi, Judith. We got to do one moment. Got to do our air horn. One moment. There we go. Air horn. All right, so we are just north of Knoxville, close to the border. And this is a green area. We are in a town in New Tazewell, but we're not too far from the Chuck Swan State Forest, and you can see there is a lot of green in the nearby vicinity. You can take a look at New Tazewell here. It is a small town, but it does have basic amenities like a grocery store and a high school. So what you would need for basic day-to-day stuff. And there are a lot of mountains nearby, as I mentioned. So we can take a look at drone footage here. This is on a residential road. There are homes all along this road. This is Robin Drive. Here you can see the surrounding area. It does have a little bit of a rural country feel. Here we see more of the surrounding area. And I will pull up the drone footage. So let's go back. All right, so the lot is wooded at the moment. As I said, homes in the nearby vicinity. Here are the homes nearby. Right, and there you get an overhead view of the property. So it is on a maintained road, and there are electric poles in the area, so electricity is available for connection. And according to our research, public water should also be available for connection here. Although I do believe, I'll double check that in a second, but I do believe that sewer would be septic. So actually, let's take a look at that on our main listing page. Yeah, so sewer would be septic. All right, now, so time for some of the nitty-gritty details. On our main listing page, you can go to lot breakdown, to get all the information about the property. If you did want to do some research with the town of New Tazewell or Claiborne County, you could give them this number, the assessor's parcel number, to identify the property. There's also the legal description here. That might be helpful as well. And we do give you the approximate GPS boundary point coordinates. Now, these are approximate. They are not a substitute for a survey, but they could give you a good general sense of where the parcel boundaries are located. And if you did want to visit the property, we have a link on the main listing page to the approximate GPS center point coordinates in Google Maps. So you can just click on that link and get directions to the property from Google Maps. And as far as visiting goes, you're more than welcome to visit at any time. You don't need to book an appointment or a time, but you can give us a call if you'd like to let us know that you're going out there, and also ask any questions you may have before you go visit. And if you do want to book a call, either to talk about visiting the property or just talk about the property itself, you can go to book.gocap.com. So book.gocap.com to book a free call with the team. All right, so moving on with some of the more nitty-gritty details you probably want to know about the property. Yeah, so before you call, we can go through the rest of this video, see if I can answer your questions. Also, if you're live right now and you have any questions about the property, happy to answer them. All right, so the annual taxes on this property are very low, about $23. Make this a pretty easy property to hold on to if you're looking for an investment property. And it is zoned R1, so as you can imagine from the surrounding area, this is in a residential area. You would be, if you wanted to build on it, you'd be building a single family home. And as I said earlier, according to our research, electricity and public water would be available for connection, but sewer would be a septic system. And you can, of course, contact the town of New Tazewell to confirm zoning information, allowable uses, and utility availability. I do want to note two things. So according to our research, this is in a town. So like in many towns, they do have restrictions around RVs. So full-time RV living would not be allowed on this particular property. So that's one thing to note. The other thing is, so this property is not in an HOA. You can see here, there's no HOA, but it does have some historic CCRs. I'm not sure if anyone's enforcing them, but they are there. And these CCRs do say no mobile homes. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I actually don't even think that the town allows mobile homes on this particular zoning designation, but you can call them to confirm that as well. All right. So now what I want to do is take you through this property in our online mapping system. You can use them for chicken coops though, right? Like use the property or use an RV. Actually, this is an area I didn't look up chickens in the town of New Tazewell. Some towns don't allow them at all, but that's something you might want to call to confirm if you did want to put in mobile homes and RVs. Yeah, it's not a mobile home, it's a chicken home. That might be creatively. It's okay. I know. But creative idea for getting a RV on the lot. Okay. So I do want to go through the property in our online mapping system, because this is the program we use to do a lot of our just basic research on the property, like whether there are wetlands, flood zones, soil issues, things like that. So I'll just run through all of that quickly here. All right, so here's the property. And it is not in a conservation easement. It is a very flat area. The approximate elevation is about 1,480 feet. And there's no special hazard flood zone, as you might imagine. There is fiber optic in the area according to this map. And the soils, since I know we're talking about septic. So you can see here the soils are the same as the soils for all the other properties on the street, and there are homes that are built, so that's a good sign for septic system. And there's no surface water, no transmission lines, and no wetlands. So let's pull up the soil report. We did just look at soils, but let's see if there's anything more that the soil report says. All right, so yeah, 4E soil, not terrible for septic. It is silt loam. But again, has the same soil type apparently as all these other properties here where the homes are built, so good sign for septic systems. Although, of course, if you did just want to put a chicken coop on the property, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Okay. All right, so that brings us to owner financing and price. Oh, really? Let's see. That is not good, Claiborne County. Well, I'm able to pull it up, maybe some of their, this is Claiborne County, although this property is actually in the town of New Tazewell. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Maybe a different browser. I'm using a different browser. I know sometimes, like, some county websites randomly don't work on certain browsers. But yeah, this property is actually in the town of New Tazewell. So if you wanted to do any research with any local officials, you would want to call the town of New Tazewell. They do have a building department. And so Jeff Simmons is the building inspector, according to the website. That'd be the person you'd want to call about building. Or you could just call City Hall to try and get some basic information. And on their website, they have a little bit of the history of the town if you are all interested in that, with some historic photos. But it was a railroad town originally, apparently. And we can, I forget to do this sometimes, but we can look at the niche rating as well, because that can be helpful. It's a small town, so yeah, population of 2,779. Very affordable place to live. Median home value is $162K. So land and homes are fairly affordable here. But yeah, worth noting that the public school rating it's on the low side, well, C-, so something that might be worth considering. But it is an affordable area. So I suppose those are the trade-offs. And it is a more rural area. We are around, again, a lot of outdoor recreational amenities like state forest and all of that. And now they actually have a golf course over here too. So we can look on Zillow as well at home prices. Yep, so they are kind of all over the place, but homes are a little more affordable out here, it looks like. I don't know if they give you an average for this area. somewhere in the 200K range for homes out here. All right. And if we're talking about prices, December 9th is Tazewell Town Meeting. Oh, I did not catch that. Thank you, Zaphael. Oh, Zaphael, did I give you an air horn? I don't think I gave you the air horn. But there is, Zaphael is pointing out, there is a town meeting. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of towns don't allow chickens, so they might not like roosters. So yeah, no RV chicken coop here, Zaphael. I'm sorry. But yeah, Zaphael is pointing out there's actually an upcoming town meeting, if anyone's interested in that, on their website. I wonder how many people show up for those town meetings. But yeah, we were talking about prices. So we have the price set right now at $9,975 plus the $595 doc fee, and we do offer owner financing. So we like to tailor our owner financing terms to each individual buyer. That's why on our website you won't see set owner financing details like a down payment and monthly payment. So we generally say 20 something out of 2,000. That sounds like a good guess to me. Yeah. 10% seems good. So, yep, this is one of our more affordable lots. It's certainly one of the more affordable lots that is in a town and not super rural. But as I was saying, we don't actually have set owner financing terms. So if you're interested in owner financing, you can reach out to us and let us know what kind of down payment and monthly payment would work for your budget. And we'll come up with terms that make the property affordable for you. I will just note, though, when you're thinking about owner financing and what you can budget, we are able to offer lower interest rates for higher down payments. So that's something to keep in mind when you're thinking about the down payment budget. The other thing I want to be upfront about is that we do say there's no living on or building on the property until the end of the loan term, and that's for liability purposes. But you can do like minor improvements, so generally anything that doesn't require a permit. And we also have no prepayment penalty. So what a lot of people who want to build do is get a second construction loan once they're ready to build, and they use that to pay off our owner financing loan. Well, you know where I'm going, so I'll just listen. And And actually, if you pay off early enough, we have a cash back program as well. So if you pay off in 6 months, you get 5% cash back on the purchase price. And if you pay off, yeah, Judith is going to Arizona. So sorry, we're not quite in your neck of the woods, Judith, but we are getting some properties in Arizona. I don't know if you saw them in Apache County right now. And we have one in Cochise County too. But yeah, in terms of the cash back, if you pay off in 12 months, you also get 2.5% cash back on the purchase price. So again, there's no prepayment penalty. If you pay off early, you can then start construction if you'd like. There aren't any additional fees. You save on interest. And if you pay off soon enough, you actually do get cash back as well. Also, with owner financing, we do have a 365-day land exchange guarantee. So in that first year of financing, if another property comes into our inventory that works better for you, you can exchange for that other property to make sure you get the best property for you. You do have to be in good standing with the loan, and you do have to pay another doc fee. Yeah, I know, that's interesting. That I say no mobile homes. Oh, Zaphael saying it's right next to a mobile home park. So actually, I think that mobile home park might be a different zoning from the zoning on this street. But the other thing is there's some historic CCRs that say no mobile homes. So I just have to disclose that. I mean, I don't know if these CCRs are being enforced, but they are there. Right. So do want to be upfront about that. Yeah, it's interesting. There is a mobile home park across the street. So can maybe check with the town of Utah as well if you really wanted to put a mobile home in this area. Right. Yeah, so we do have that 365-day land exchange guarantee to make sure you get the property that works best for you. And another nice thing, or another thing I like to mention, is that anytime you purchase a property from us, you do get a landowner success bundle free with the property. And this is a curated set of 9 premium bonuses that we put together with the goal of trying to help you get the most from your land. So yeah, the CCR document isn't on the website. We actually just pulled it yesterday, so I'm going to be putting it up today. So if you mean our main listing page, the CCR document will be linked on our main listing page either by the end of today or tomorrow. So yeah, we'll have that up so you can read through it. It's pretty simple. It looks like from the CCRs, the main thing is they're saying no mobile homes and that it has to be residential purposes. So yeah. But yeah, every purchase does come with our landowner success bundle. So these 9 bonuses include monthly landowner Q&A calls with me, a complimentary vacation voucher valid for a 3-night hotel stay in one of over 50 locations, a hotel savings card and restaurant savings card. And the idea behind those last 3 was to help either offset the cost of a celebratory vacation now that you're a landowner, or the cost of going to visit the property. You also can request a free 30-minute architectural consultation with me, because I do have a background in architecture, if you are interested in building. And every purchase does come with the homesteading guide, building and zoning guide, and post-closing checklist. That checklist is there to help you get all set up with the property and cover all the immediate things you might want to do once you own the land. And finally, you do get the neighbor lookup tutorial as well. So in case the neighboring properties might be vacant as well and you can't find the owner, you can look up their address and send them a nice letter to introduce yourself. So all 9 of these bonuses come free with every property you purchase. You get them when the deed is recorded. So that's either upfront with a cash purchase or at the end of the loan term with owner financing. And they do have a value of about $5,675. All right, so if you were interested in this property, you can, but you wanted to do your due diligence, you can also hold the lot. We have an automated hold process. And what this does is it allows you to take the property off market while you go visit the property, call us, call the county, do what you need to do to get comfortable with the lot and make sure it works for you. And you can hold for up to 8 days, and it is $50 for every 2 days. To hold the property, you could just go through our automated hold process on the website. We do also actually have an automated buy for cash purchases. So if you were ready to buy with cash, you could just go down and click buy down here as well. And if you did want to talk to us and ask more questions about the property, go over owner financing, or just talk to us about which property in our inventory might work best for you, you can go to book.goatcap.com or just click contact at the top of the listing page and book a call with the team. All right. So that covers all the basic details of this property. Again, if you have any other questions that I didn't answer, you can book a call and we will walk you through any lingering questions you may have. You can find this property at land.goatcap.com. This one was property number 582, Claiborne lot on Robin Drive. Yeah. So yes, Joan and Rose are the sales managers. I'm doing live streams all day, so I do not have a book a call option, but I am live every day. So if you want to talk to me, you can come join. I'm live. My partner and I are live, as Raphael knows, at 5 p.m. Eastern every day doing property reviews. So you can join to chat with us and have some fun. We like to joke around sometimes. And we also look at some interesting properties like a castle that we looked at yesterday. But I do these property, lives on a regular basis as well. So you can always join any of the property lives and ask questions in the chat or chat with me as well. But yeah, there is a book a call with Joan or Rose. Joan is awesome, by the way, Zaphael. So she is far cooler than me. So I think you'd rather talk to her than me. But yeah, you can find all of our properties at land.goatcap.com. And this one was, again, 582 Claiborne lot. All right. So that brings us to the final segment, free land giveaway promotion. All right. So we are actually going to be giving away a free property on January 1st as a way to get the word out about our company. So if you would like to be in the running for a free property, you can go to the YouTube channel, just search Gokche Capital and go down to the free land giveaway promotion video. And that gives you all the details. It's very easy. You just leave a comment on the free land giveaway video and subscribe to our mailing list. Look at Burke County. Oh yeah, we do have a property in Burke County as well. Down here. This is our western North Carolina property in the mountains. Also under 10,000, 10K. So another pretty affordable property in the mountains if you're interested in the eastern part of the U.S. Oh, thank you, Judith. Thank you for watching. It's good to see you all again. So that, I think, wraps it up for today. The last thing I will say is if you're looking at land and none of the properties that we have work for you right now, or you don't see any properties in your area of interest, you can also sign up for text alerts. And you can put in your states of interest. When you sign up, you'll get a really short text whenever we post a property in your state of interest. And you'll be the first to know when we have a property in that state. So I think that's it for today. Thank you, Zaphael and Judith, for joining. Thank you, everyone else, for watching. And my partner and I are live daily at 5 p.m. Eastern, so come join us to look at properties any day at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you want a free property, Abby came in and made everything wonderful. Yeah, he's pretty cool, isn't he? So, should Abby be doing these property videos with me? It would probably make them more entertaining, wouldn't it? But yeah, we are live daily at 5 p.m. Eastern. And come join us to look at interesting properties. If you have some properties you would like us to look at for free, join at 5 p.m. Eastern and leave the property in the chat, and we'll take a look at it for you. Otherwise, you can hang out with Abby and I and have some fun. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. You might get too distracted, though. Yeah, these property videos would go on long tangents, although they would be more fun. So maybe we'll drag him in someday. We'll see. Otherwise, we can keep the tangents to the property reviews. So, all right. Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow.